Prologue, Chapter 5, Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Nothing to lose, but everything to gain. That's the mindset of Malachi Wilson as he sits on the grid for the start of the final race of 2021. There's still constant talk about where he'll be next year, but all he can do now is drive his best and try to capture the hearts of the Formula 1 fans once again.
Welcome to the Yas Marina circuit for the finale of another thrilling Formula 1 season. It's been a breathtaking year, and we end it at a track that's been the scene of many glories and heartbreaks over its history. It's time to end the season in style. It's time for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The drivers will be racing here at the Yas Marina circuit through 21 corners and a lap distance of just over 3.4 miles. There are a few opportunities to pass, with long straights and DRS zones in two places, turns 8 and turn 11. Plenty of close racing then, plenty of speed, and I hope plenty of drama to be found in the laps ahead.
Thanks, Crofty. A lot of stories coming to a close here tonight as we go racing one final time this year. It's been a stellar season that will hopefully get the right send-off. It's Kimi Raikkonen's final race in Formula 1 tonight. We'll be sure to miss him on the grid next season. Malachi Wilson still unclear on where he'll be next year when we get going again in Bahrain. And of course the battle for third and constructors between McLaren and Ferrari still continues to rage on. So it's all still to play for here with one round to go in the championship.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Norris, Daniel Ricciardo and Bottas, Hamilton, Sainz, Gasly and Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Tsunoda, Sebastian Vettel and Stroll, Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, George Russell and Mick Schumacher, Latifi and Wilson. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Okay, let's finish the season with a strong effort.
What is going on, everybody? Zach RC here, welcome back to the channel, and welcome along once again to the F1 Prodigy story series for episode number 5, the final episode of the prologue here, the Yas Marina circuit for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, looking to see off Malachi Wilson's season with a decent result. We've got the strategy getting ready for this one. I'm really excited. I do enjoy driving the Abu Dhabi track. I'm just looking forward to, well, hopefully be a good race to finish this season off. So our objective today, once again, is to finish ahead of Mick Schumacher. We go to 5 red lights now for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix to get underway. Lights out and away we go. It's not the best of starts. Latifi and Schumacher pull away in front of us as we head back down towards turn 1 for the first time. We've already been told about an issue on the car, which we'll hopefully be able to manage the race without. Going through turn 1, we've gained 3 places on the inside. Cut the corner slightly, we managed to get through there legally. Around the on the inside of Raikkonen as well, who's currently in his last race in Formula 1 today. Going to try and make a move on Giovinazzi, try and gain 5 positions within this first sector. Duck the inside of Vettel as well, and the Aston Martin. He almost gets the edge on us, but going through the corner, we at the edge. Going into the left hand, we'll dive the inside of Ocon and then Stroll as well. What a start we've had in this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We've moved up from last place to 12th. Get on this opening lap. Stroll's going to have a good go us down the back straight here with this, just the general slipstream. The Aston Martin generally faster than the Haas, as is all of the cars on the grid. So defending has been an issue throughout these first couple of races, and I feel today will be no different. Regardless, we stay ahead of Stroll, who tried to be forced the long way around. He had no choice but to back up. So now we have to try and chase down the Alpine of Fernando Alonso to come into his first season back in Formula 1. Stroll's still not finished yet. He pulls out to the right hand side again. He's going to go around the outside one more time through into the series of lefts and rights here. We're going to try and hold him off, and we do so. He falls back into line behind us. That's P12 secure just for the time being as we come towards the start of this third sector. Stroll going to try on the inside but backs out of it once again. We do kind of shut him off. Not going easy on anyone today. We're going elbows out. If there's a chance at points, we're going to try and take it. Try and get as close to that top 10 as we can. I mean, it'd take a 5th place finish for us to actually finish 9th in the Constructors' Championship unless Schumacher to score some points. He's fallen away from the rest of the pack. I'm not quite sure what's going on with him. He may have damage or some kind of problem with the car. Regardless, coming through the last corner now to complete the first lap of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And Stroll still sitting right behind us there. Have to be very careful to go into turn 1 as we get the news that Mick Schumacher is now on the pits. Like I say, not quite sure what's happened here. I think he may have made contact potentially with Russell in the back, so hopefully he's alright, we'll be able to continue on. Regardless, we still continue to push on into towards the end of the first sector. going through sector 1 once more. We've run a bit wide there, and that's going to allow Stroll to gain a bit more time back. He's less than half a second behind us as he head down onto the back straight once more. Down the straight we come. He's going to have the toe on us once more. Where will he go this time? He pulls to the right hand side again, so we'll be able to force him the long way around, force him towards the right hand side wall on the track. He's got to move back onto the racing surface. We've managed to send him around the outside once more, and he falls away, and that leaves us P12 once again. So definitely a decent start to this one so far. Moving further on now to lap 3, DRS has been enabled, and we're trying to defend from Stroll for our life. There goes the Aston Martin driver through and up into P13. Here comes Ocon trying to join him around the outside. We're going to get the better of Ocon. We've made contact with Stroll here, going through the left-hander, but no warnings or anything like that. We managed to get away with it somehow. And we have DRS on Stroll now, so now it's our turn to try and go on the attack if we can stay close enough to him. Here comes Ocon on the left-hand side before we can make any moves. There he goes at the inside of us and of Stroll. But we're going to try and make it 3 abreast going into the corner. No contact made here. We've gone a little bit wide off our line going through the left-hander. Stroll backs out, and now Ocon does as well. So we managed to force our way back up into P12. Not too shabby at all. Ocon, will he try and make a move down the inside? He doesn't choose to do so. We have changed objective now. Our objective is to now finish in front of Lance Stroll. I think they must have realised that Schumacher didn't have much more chance in catching us throughout this race, so our objective has been changed for the first time. So here we are now, having to beat Lance Stroll in this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Ocon finds his way through. Did kind of let him through there, and let's try and fight back before he can pull away. Moving further on now to around the start of lap 4, Ocon has pulled away slightly, and we still have the DRS on him. And Vettel's now moved up into P14. He's going to try and make a move on us. I can tell he's going to try and go for a move. There he goes to the left-hand side. We're going to defend to the inside, taking our one chance defending. He managed to go underneath us, and Ocon's pulled away. We may have stopped and got passing Vettel here for P13. Up the inside we go, nice and clean, nice and smooth, up into the 13th position once again. And we still have DRS on Ocon, but I doubt we'll be able to catch him. The Alpine car has pulled away, so that's P12 gone for us in this case. Moving further on now, going back into the DRS zone on lap 5. Here comes Vettel. He's even closer this time. He's got an even better run, and pulling away from us, the German, with all the speed and position of the 4-time world champion himself. There he goes up into P13. Let's try and defend from Stroll here. He tries the switchback, tries to go around the outside, and once again tries to go around the outside but misses it. We've hit the back of Vettel's car. We didn't break enough. He's pulling away now, so let's try and use a DRS, but before we can act, Stroll acts first. There he goes on the right hand side. Both the Aston Martins have found their way past us, and that means we're currently failing our objective. So let's try and get back around as quickly as we can. We duck to the inside, and there we go, passing Stroll, or hopefully trying to put him behind Giovinazzi, but unable to do so. He fails to take advantage, so they're now back into single file. Vettel pulling away. It looks like P13 is done and dusted for us as he managed to get away and out of DRS range. Moving on now through the start of lap 6. Vettel now 2.5 seconds in front of us. Stroll is still right there, followed closely by Giovinazzi, and I think that's Raikkonen behind him. Stroll gets a very good exit off the corner. We do make contact. That's kind of forcing him towards the inside. There's a yellow flag here, and Giovinazzi's off the pace. There he goes, falling away from the rest of the pack, and that looks to be Giovinazzi out of this race. Meanwhile, Stroll is up in front of us now, so that's our higher concern. As Raikkonen ducks to the inside, trying to go for that move. There's a bit of contact, and he very nearly spins out, but just about saves it as we managed to somehow duck to the inside of Stroll. That was really good there. But Giovinazzi is out of the session, a poor end to his 2021 season. The season's been visible enough for him already. As the pit window opens for us on lap 7 here. Still being chased desperately by Stroll. As we're going to be coming out around some of the leaders here, including Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton, who hasn't actually been leading the race. He started 7th. Hasn't been his best race, but he's already world champion at this point, so it's of no concern to him. We'll come out in front of Gasly, who's now on the medium tyres. We'll try and close up to the Mercedes and the Ferrari, but we have no luck in doing that. And Stroll's still right there behind the Frenchman in the AlphaTauri, so we're going to come down the straight. No doubt Gasly's going to have DRS on us as we come down the back straight. There he goes to the left-hand side, switches to the right, manages to get the DRS and pulls away. Of course, he's not really much of our concern because he's way further up in regards of the race order, but Stroll is off of our concern. Will he go for a move? There he goes around the outside again. Stroll yet to choose to go to the inside so far, going down that straight in particular during this race. Regardless, as long as he stays behind us, that's the main concern. As we come into the pits now, very nearly hitting the barriers and manages to keep it out there. So we'll be coming into the pits now, halfway through the race, onto a set of medium tyres, and hopefully be able to finish the race on those and have no real issues. Stroll coming in, but just behind us, and Latifi will be coming into his pit box in front of us. As in we come now into our pit box hoping for a clean, decent stop. Here comes Stroll, but he's not going to get out in front of us. A 2.8 sub-second pit stop, and that manages to put us up in front of him once again. And Latifi comes out just behind us. So this is going to be crucial that we beat these two, especially Stroll, because he's now our main focus point to the end of the race, and we're coming out just where Kimi Räikkönen and George Russell are coming out. Räikkönen has managed to get away from us, but Russell's still right there. Will go to the right-hand side. He tries to. We're going to cover him off going into the left-hander, and that should be us secure for the moment. But you can bet we'll have a go down the straight with the DRS. If we can get the gap on Räikkönen as well, if we can close that gap with our DRS, hopefully we'll be able to try and make a move to get P14 back. So we open up the DRS now. Down the straight we come. Russell closing in bit by bit, gaining all the time. Will he go for that move? I don't think he's going to be close enough. He definitely won't go for a dive. But there we go, holding on to Russell. We just have to break a bit more than we want to stay clear of Räikkönen. He's going to pull away here. I think that's all we're going to see of him for this one. I'm not sure if he's still got the pit or not. So Russell meanwhile trying to the right hand side. There he goes around the outside. We're going to still have the run on him going into the left hander, and that should be us securing P15 once again, just for the time being. So moving further on now to lap 9, back in the DRS zone we go. Räikkönen is still in front of us. He's now 1.5 seconds in the lead between us and him, but there goes Russell passing us for P15. We're going to try and dive back on him, but here comes Stroll trying to make a move. We're going to cover him off and try to go for a very aggressive dive on Russell. We bang wheels there, and any contact there was definitely our fault. I went for the dive, and it did pay off in the end because we managed to get the place, but Russell's going to have DRS on us now, so it's crucial we managed to keep him behind us here. He's got a very good run, perhaps the best run he's got yet. He's forcing his way through on the inside, and that was very elbows out racing from Russell, because I don't blame him, because that's exactly what we've been doing all day. But still managed to keep Russell behind us, just having a better line through the corners, and that's going to allow us to stay out front. So we are still currently succeeding our objective of beating Stroll in this race, so we press further on now to the end of lap 10 and the start of lap 11. 4 more laps left to go in the season, but Stroll has fallen back. I'm not sure if he's a problem of some kind. He's fallen away, he's fallen behind Latifi, and now here he comes into the pit. So there we go, and that looks like all the trouble we'll get from Lance Stroll today. And our new objective now is just to finish the race, so no more stress in regards to beating certain drivers. We can now just enjoy the rest of our race and potentially have one last battle with Nicholas Latifi here, who appears to be our last competitor throughout this season. So I'm down the straight, Latifi with a decent run. Will he try and go for a move? We're going to try and cover him off. He goes around the outside and gets the wheel in there, but we managed to hold on just about and stay on the inside, take our place back. So that's still P15 for us. The second race in a row here, we're taking on Nicholas Latifi in the race for position in the final laps of the Grand Prix. Of course, last time it was purely down to fuel. If we didn't run out of fuel in Brazil, we definitely want to beat him.
In front is 6.
But this time it's all about pure driving talent. So moving further on now towards around the start of lap 13, we've got a bit wide there, and that's going to allow Latifi to close in a bit more, because he's our only threat now, as Schumacher's still 8 seconds down the road and Räikkönen's 8 in front of us. So Latifi is our final challenger here. We've gone a bit deep going to the corner. Latifi tried around the outside briefly, but decided to think better of it and stay back. He's going to have a better run at us now with the DRS as he comes down the back straight along right behind us here. We're still having problems with the engine, obviously. The wear is still going 81% on the ICE, and that's not good, as Nicholas Latifi breezes past us there on the right hand side, and that's what we get for not really trying to defend from him. We're trying to go around the outside, but we've overshot it. We're going to have to use the recovery road here. We're going to have to brake to allow Latifi back on. We've got a warning for corner cutting, which is obviously deliberate, but we've got the DRS on him, but that's still going to see of him because he's pulled away now, so you get one more chance at him on the last lap here with the DRS, unable to close in, going down the straight for the last time, and that is all that's going to really be said for this Grand Prix. Latifi just about has us here. As close as it looks, he's going to pull away as he comes through the last couple of corners now. It's going to be P16 in the end, beaten once again by Latifi, but regardless, we beat all our objectives today, and that's what we need to do. So over the line we come now for P16, and that is the prologue clear for F1 The Prodigy story series. I hope you've enjoyed this so far. Max Verstappen wins the race, gutting for him because of course he lost the championship last time out in Brazil, but I'm sure this victory will somewhat make up for it. He's had a very good season, deserved the championship as much as Lewis did, but unfortunately things didn't go his way. Regardless, I'm sure he'll be very pleased with himself, and the victory is taken as Perez comes home second, making it a Red Bull 1-2, and Ricciardo in third place. So that is the end of the race. Very exciting one from our end. It's P16 in the end, so definitely not the kind of finishing position we would have wanted. But regardless, a very good season, a very good 5 races to pass. So Verstappen wins it from Perez, Ricciardo, Bottas and Norris. Hamilton comes home 6th, Sainz 7th, Gasly 8th, Tsunoda 9th, and Fernando Alonso takes the final points of the season. So Hamilton wins the World Championship, Verstappen 2nd, Bottas 3rd. It's us coming home in P19 in the end with winning us and Mick Schumacher on 0 points. But that'll definitely change next season. We'll definitely make sure to get some points next time around. If you look at the Constructors' Championship, there it is, 0 points. Mercedes win the Constructors by 87 points over Red Bull. It's McLaren 3rd, Ferrari 4th, AlphaTauri 5th, Alpine 6th, Aston Martin 7th, Williams 8th, Alfa Romeo 9th, and Haas in 10th. So there you have it then, guys. That is the end of the prologue for F1 The Prodigy. I hope you have enjoyed it so far, and hope you're looking forward to the next barrel of episodes that will be starting next week. So with the new season of 2022, so I'm really looking forward to bringing that to you guys, looking forward to making it and just releasing it. So with that then, that is the end of today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to smash the like button and also subscribe as well, and ring the bell to get on notifications to stay aware of everything I'm posting. And with that, you guys, I shall see you next time. Goodbye. And we have just received breaking news from the world of Formula 1. Private footage from AlphaTauri has been anonymously leaked, showing Haas driver Malachi Wilson testing for the Italian team at Imola. The footage was released earlier today and has been trending for a few hours. The rumours connecting Wilson to Red Bull's sister team have been ongoing since his debut at the Russian Grand Prix last year, with Helmut Marko indicating that the team had their eye on him for a while. Haas have not gotten tied down to a contract for the coming season, but Gunther Steiner has commented that Malachi's decision is in his own hands now, while Malachi himself agrees, stating that he didn't wish to comment on the speculation. The F1 community have had their say on social media, many believing that Wilson is in the wrong for seemingly turning his back on Haas without warning. At this point, a move to AlphaTauri for the young Brit looks to be a formality, but this story may still have a few twists left in it. We'll be sure to keep you updated here on Sky Sports, and be sure to tune in 2 weeks' time when we get underway with pre-season testing. And so the 2021 season finally draws to a close. Malachi Wilson has had a successful start to his Formula 1 career, but the AlphaTauri League has damaged his credibility. Only time will tell where he is in 2022 and whether he can earn the respect of the paddock back.